You know, we're casual, just a bunch of casual podcast
bunch
bros.
of filthy casuals.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what it is,
Filthy.
bitches. We're just here.
Filthy.
We're here to have a good time. Whoa.
We don't want people to see this.
Just
Oh,
be
no.
glad you're not talking into
Oh,
this
no, we're
mic
gonna
with
be
all that beard
doxxed.
hair. It's gonna grab one and just pull the shit out of it.
No, I had it when I was using one of those microphones. It happened a couple times.
Oh, it did? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Velcro almost.
We're
That shit sucked.
G2G.
Are we going?
Yeah.
We're
live.
We're on the air, dude.
When is Grand Theft Auto gonna release its shit?
Oh, man. Boy, we can talk about it if you want to. But real quick.
Modern gaming.
Modern gaming.
I like modern
Sorry.
gaming.
Once Justin starts, it's hard to put that back in the Pringles can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It is. Our
Modern
hands are
gaming.
way too big to put it back.
there's many contributors to autism. One of which is
Modern gaming.
Never really told me that. Whatever. The blue light from the monitors, the 120 gigahertz refresh rate,
And the Wi-Fi.
the Wi-Fi's
Wi-Fi.
cooking our ball. Wi-Fi's cooking our ball sacks.
Is that why they're so much more shriveled now?
Speaking from experience right now, dude.
What happened to you, bro?
I got shriveled nutsack now.
Well, that's unfortunate. Hello, Earth.
I should have.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're live.
People.
Yeah, we are live. We are here. We chilling. We just had Thanksgiving. Everybody survived Thanksgiving. We've made it back. Y'all get nice and stuffed for Thanksgiving, bros.
My belly got stuffed.
Well, that's nice.
Maybe I might have stuffed something.
Something got stuffed. That's all I know.
Yeah, I made it through. We ate a lot of food in
Alright.
2 different locations, and
Are any of us of the age yet to where we have to like provide our own Thanksgiving dinners yet, or do y'all just like? Is that still provided for y'all? Are y'all cooking the turkeys yet?
I haven't officially cooked
Bruh.
a turkey yet, but it has hit as far as like contributing.
Right.
Like I am now officially the mac and cheese and dinner roll and mashed potato guy.
I mean, that's pretty prestigious. I feel like.
I've entered in the 3 carb realm. Like only thing that I supply the carbs. So
Hey, somebody's got to do it. And
Yeah.
if you don't do it,
if
it's
I don't do it,
ruined.
people are gonna lose their fucking mind. If I don't bring mac and cheese, somebody's gonna lose their shit.
Man, I have been providing about to say past 3 years or so I've been doing Thanksgiving over at my house. So fucking sick of it. I'm so done with it.
Yeah, that
How do we
sounds like a
keep up
nightmare.
this tradition?
Yeah, I'm still a freeloader when it comes to holiday food for the most part. Like I brought some like
Stay strong. Do it as long as you can.
oh, what's the Billy Madison thing?
Oh, you little root.
Nah, never mind. But yeah, I'm still a freeloader when it comes to Thanksgiving and all that. I bring like an appetizer sometimes, but that's it. My parents don't trust me to cook things for Thanksgiving at this point in time, though, as they shouldn't. So I take that as a blessing.
Keep it as long as you can, man.
Right. If I exhibit my incompetence throughout the year, I'm asked to do less things.
I'm gonna throw this out there.
I hear you.
The OBS live control panel says we have an error because I need to change the resolution. However, it's still going on my phone.
They could
Yeah,
suck
I mean,
a fuck.
check the audio real quick. Just make
I
sure
did
we're good.
I did.
Oh,
just
yeah.
A moment ago.
Yeah, if it looks good, we sound good, then fuck it. We ride.
We have a couple of chats. Bill says, "What's going on, peoples? Nothing much except for my cholesterol." And X-Mile says A, and I say A LaMayo.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. We're glad
Welcome.
to have you. We just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Thanksgiving like podcast bros do, you know?
Yeah.
I guess we haven't done this yet. I'm John. That's Ryan. Justin joins us via technology. and Kelso is off camera because he said something about he was gonna reclaim the Hitler stash, and we said there's no way we're letting you on camera like that.
It looks pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, we still have him locked in a cage also, so he's not allowed to really see anybody.
Yeah.
There's also
It is what it
some
is.
scarring, little scarring.
Right. Yeah. But all right, so I know I've heard two things to talk about so far, and I have quite a bit of a topic of my own to bring to the table today. Real quick, Conrad mentioned something that piqued my interest, and that's the Carolina Panthers, who will be going to the Super Bowl and winning this year. So yeah, life is good. Life is hype after we beat the fucking Rams, which in years past that would have meant very little to me, but this year,
That's a pretty good feat.
it means we're going all the way, and that's all there is to it.
Can I just shed a little
going
bit
out
of
the way.
light on developments that I've had?
Sure.
So early on, it was about the third game. I've called about every other game. My schedule is so fucked that I can't see every football game, whether it be recording or some event or
Right.
whatever. You know,
Yeah.
my schedule's crazy, and I can't see every game. So it was about the third game and I saw the very. But didn't they win their very first game?
Yeah, I think we won the first one
Okay,
and then lost
so-
2 or 3 in a row after that.
I saw the very first game, but I missed. No, I didn't see the very first game. I saw the second and third.
Mhm.
So the first game that I missed, they won. The second and third that I didn't watch, I'm getting this on me. Let me just cut to the chase. They're-
When you watch, they lose.
When I watch the games, they fucking lose every time. So we got at some point, yeah, dysfunction. Yes, exactly, 100%. So I joked about it at like game 5
Right. I
with
remember-
you.
Yeah, yeah. remember
I
you brought
told
this
I was
up.
like, John, dude, I'm afraid to watch them because every time I do, they lose, but every time I don't, they win, and it has held true all the way up to like their 6th win.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I watched them play San Francisco. I was pumped. I'm like, you know what? This is all crap. This is not a coincidence. I mean, I'm not superstitious.
Sure.
So I'm like, I'm gonna
Sure.
watch. I mean, it was exciting. I was ready. I was ready to see. I mean, I love McCaffrey, but
Mhm.
I wanted to see him lose.
Yeah, I mean,
And
there
and
is
they
no
just
other option.
they smashed us. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I watched that game. They lost. So I am 100% so far. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop watching. And after that, they play the Rams.
taking one for the team.
And I'm like, they're going to whip their ass. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. I don't believe in this hooey fluey. They fucking beat them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, what do I do? Because at this point, I believe that
You-
there
you have
is something
grown
to it.
superstitious.
Yes.
I mean, once it works so many times, I think you just gotta sit the fuck out this season. Like, You
I'm
can't
willing
risk
to
it at
take
this
one
point.
for the team, even the Super Bowl, if
saw-
we can win. We've made it to the Super Bowl twice and flopped.
although I saw this statistic, so it may not matter whether you watch or not, because I think that fate has something in store for us this year. I don't remember the specific years. I guess it's only happened twice so far, but both years that we went to the Super Bowl were, and I wish I could remember who to credit this information to, but it's out there. So the 2 years we went to the Super Bowl, we started, let me preface this. The previous season we have a losing record. The season we go to the Super Bowl, we open with the Jaguars, which we did this year. The 2 years we went to the Super Bowl, Ohio State wins the national championship in college football. They did that this year. The last 2 times we went to the Super Bowl, Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce with her husband at the time. Both times. And this year, last year we had a losing record. We started the season with the Jaguars. Ohio State won the national championship in college football, and Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce. So
Is there some kind of equation also that we can work in with Miss Jackson exposing her nipple, as far as like how many days apart that happened?
I think
Yeah, it's related somehow.
yeah, I mean that's
I hope it's tied in.
that's
somewhere.
black magic if I've ever seen it. Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
Wait.
Back up, backtrack,
Wait, I
backtrack.
didn't- I didn't mean it. Wait. No.
No.
But yeah, just a fun little tidbit there. So we are going to go to the Super Bowl. I did notice also, I don't know if y'all have heard this before, Super Bowl logos in the past have typically had like a certain color scheme to them. And a lot of the times, and I don't know if people are kind of stretching to make this connection from time to time, but like typically the predominant color on the top and bottom of the logo usually correlate to the teams that are in the Super Bowl. And I don't know how true that is.
That's some
but I've seen it
Illuminati shit
online.
right there.
So I don't know. This year there is like a Carolina bluish color on the top of the Super Bowl logo. So if it happens, I don't know.
I'm starting to be a believer of superstition. And should I still continue to opt out of watching these games?
I think
I mean, I can always go back and watch the reruns,
I
right?
mean, I think you could give it one more go. Like we got to buy
Because it's a critical. The next game's critical, right?
So we
by
come
the
back-
way, I gotta cover that. I don't want to. This is not should not be a football podcast, but I do gotta cover this. I do gotta cover it. Baker
Well, I don't know about
Mayfield.
y'all, I'm on a streak.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. They interviewed him. Was like, I know you were super close to Canales or whatever,
Yeah.
and he sounded super salty. So it like kind of fueled up. Like when we play him again, we gotta spank that ass a little bit.
Yeah, I like Baker Mayfield most of the time, but he is just kind of a douche. And, like, I don't know. There's just this, like, mentality when football players are talking to the press. And it's just like they always got to be so serious. Like, oh, I'm only focused on this week.
Yeah.
The game ahead of me is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
And I can't even conceive what the team down the road is going to be like. But it's just like, come on. It's like, what are we doing here? And I mean, I get it. Like, talking to the press, like, that's such a weird position to be in as a professional athlete because, like, you win or lose, and particularly if you lose and you suck, you have to go talk to a room of reporters, and they're just like, tell us why you sucked.
Yeah.
And, like,
You're
there's
not happy
a-
about it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of positive interaction you can have in that situation. So, I mean, I get why it's so awkward sometimes and, like, why they just kind of have these consistent answers just over and over and over again. You always hear the same shit, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. When we come back from our bye week, we play the Saints. So I think that's a great
The
opportunity for you to tune back in.
Okay.
And, I mean, the Saints suck. We did lose to them a few weeks ago, but they suck hard this year. So
Okay.
tune back in, give it a chance. If we lose to the Saints again while you're watching, you are banned from watching
Okay.
Carolina Panthers
So
football
that's
this
the
year.
true
Yeah.
definer.
Yeah, that's what I would say anyway.
Okay.
But
So now that we have that settled, we've got the football stuff out of the system.
yep. We're
What
all
else do
good.
we got in the hopper?
Hut. Let's see. I know Justin mentioned earlier in the week talking about the Game Awards. I'm a little bit out of the loop on all this stuff. I know I've played like 2 games in the past year, and that's about it as far as like newer games. So what's the deal? What's the hubbub for this year's Game Awards, Justin?
Bro, the Game Awards is like my fucking Super Bowl. Look, I'm on a winning streak with watching football. I've watched 0 fucking games. I mean,
Sure.
0 football games, but nah, the Game Awards I'm pretty stoked for, and I know that there was the Golden Joystick Awards, and it was Claire Obscure Expedition 33 like won every fucking category that they were in. So I'm not gonna talk about spoilers, but my God, this game is probably one of the best like narrative pieces and also video games that are just fun that I've played in the past like 15-20 years.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a lot, but holy
No,
shit,
I
man,
really-
it's so good. Even
I really liked Silk Song, and I hope they win something.
I don't even know what that is.
I think they'll win.
Hollow
I
Knight.
think they'll win something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the new
I
Hollow
do know
Knight.
what that is. I don't know. Me and Justin have kind of been gushing about this in Discord for the last week or two.
Mhm.
But dude, Expedition 33. Oh my
So fucking
god,
good.
dude! If you're a fan
It is
of,
so.
if you like Final Fantasy, like old school, like turn-based combat, that kind of shit, and you're a fan of like the Dark Souls aesthetic, sort of like that kind of shit, dude, it's perfect. It's perfect, and it's one of the
Yeah.
only video games this year that released that is like a. I mean, I don't know if it's technically like a AAA title, so to speak, but price point was $50 on it for just like a fucking masterpiece, and like everything else is creeping up to like $70-$80 now. If you want to buy the same Call of Duty game every year, then you got to pay $70 for it now, and that's
Unless you got
just-
that Game Pass.
dude, that's ridiculous. But I mean, hell, even Game Pass now, they did a price hike like a couple months ago, I
did.
think, and I mean that's gonna be real expensive to keep up with too before too much longer. I feel, unless you're really getting your money's worth and playing through a shit ton of these games.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
my
yeah.
6-year-old son is super duper squirrely with
Mhm.
games, so we download lots of games and try lots of them.
Yeah.
And so he's 6.5, and we've played this game, Unraveled 2. He loves that game, loves it. I don't know if y'all have ever played it. It kind of reminds me of, I think it's game developers, not those, but I'm talking about another game now. Play Dead is the developer.
Sure.
They made Limbo.
Oh, I love
Oh, yeah, I've
Limbo,
seen
dude.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've played
it's
that one.
it's a lot like
this
that.
one's good.
But what I love about this is it's like one of the only games where two people can sit beside each other and play a fucking video game together.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. I want to sit with my son and connect with him and play
Yeah.
some video games, and that's one of the only ones that we can do.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend it if you're looking for a game where you just want to sit with your buddy and strategize how to get through a game. It's side-scrolling. It's just like Limbo, and there's another one that same company, Limbo, made Inside
Inside is
right
a
after
good
that.
one,
It's
too.
equally as good, maybe even
Yeah.
better.
Mhm.
So those two games are so good. They're challenging.
Limbo
highly
will
recommend.
always have a place in my heart. I love
Yeah.
that game so
The-
much.
Yeah.
The only like really strong co-op games I've played recently was It Takes Two, which me and my girlfriend we played that
Yeah.
together, and like that kind of feels like it's walking you through like couples therapy of some sort as you're going through it.
You gotta do this.
Right.
You gotta do that.
right. But that it's not pushy or anything or too much in that direction, but that's kind of just vaguely what it feels like.
Yep.
I enjoyed the shit out of that, and then that same developer released a game this year called Split Fiction. And
Ooh, I've heard good
yeah.
things about
I,
it.
I would be surprised if that's not up for some type of award or another.
I think it was nominated
is.
for a few things.
It's nominated for Game of the Year, and I think it was like multiplayer co-op or something like that. A few other things, but
yeah.
So
going
tell
back
me
to like.
one more time about
Oh,
that.
sorry, somebody else is talking.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
What?
interrupt you. Tell me one more time about that first game that was
Oh, dude. So yeah, Expedition 33.
okay.
It is so fucking good as far as the narrative and everything else. Conrad, I know it's probably not your style of game, but I would even suggest for you to play it because holy shit, the story. I haven't had a story like kind of fuck me up like this since probably Interstellar, or like Inception. Like it's that level of like
Okay.
writing. So fucking good. I know that you would like
You
it.
just
so
rattled
I was
rattled
like,
off
dude,
like two of my favorite movies. So
Tomlin said that him and
Yeah.
Allie really loved Split Fiction.
Yeah, me and Emily started it, but we never got too far
He's in
into
chat, by the way.
It. Yeah. Hi, Tomlin.
hey,
But yeah, dude, Expedition 33. I'm just now to the point where like I'm kind of in the end game of it, and like I'm not gonna spoil it because there's plenty of like very juicy story twists and stuff like that. Like it's very engaging as far as like reeling you into these characters and making you give a shit if something happens to somebody, and it's just. Man, it'll make you a little teary-eyed every now and then, too. Like, it's fucking emotional, and I love it. I fucking love it.
Also,
I hope it wins
also
everything.
CL could fuck me up any day. I'm just saying, baby. CL could do it.
I wonder if
You
this
know what I'm
this
saying?
game Expedition 33 is on Game Pass.
It is.
Okay.
I've got it downloaded on my computer. Still haven't played it. So,
All right. So yeah, that'll be next on my list.
as
Thanks
far
for the
as-
rec.
As
Brett.
far as single-player games, like, I'm a huge fan of, like, Final Fantasy, like I was saying. Not so much Dark Souls and all that shit, but, dude, it is the best single-player game I've played in a long time. And I mean, I play a few games, but maybe not that many. I don't know, but it's impressed the shit out of me, and at every facet. Like,
I'd be doing a
Good
disservice to myself if I didn't plug Yakuza. I think everybody should play at least the newer ones because
this guy,
they're
this guy.
they're turn based and everything. And dude, if you want a wacky, wild, just like fuck people up, but also have like a narrative that makes you feel something, it's so good with just the right
I'll try
amount of homoeroticism.
Okay.
It's so good. It is so good.
I don't know if I told you this.
All right.
Don't want to get hung up on the game topic, but I made a video game, and I
No
used
shit.
What?
yeah I can't say that I actually coded it, but I used vibe coding.
Sure.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with vibe coding or not, but it's basically
just
just
something you
interact with
feel?
an AI agent.
It's just something you feel.
Yeah, I feel it. It
just
kind of
vibe it.
is
This
like
is how
you
you
get
do
a
it.
feeling on it, and you interact with an AI agent, and it builds code for you.
Gotcha.
And I'm using Google AI Studio to build it. It's built in React coding if anybody's into all that stuff.
That's pretty sick.
But I built it's a card based game based off of Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
If you've ever played that card game. So I built that game. It's exclusive to my company. We made these cards.
I remember you talking about this. Yeah.
And they're based off of like Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And I took pictures of I didn't take pictures. I took their pictures of everybody and had Nano Banana, the AI image generator, to create them, turn them into like these sort of epic looking Pokemon looking characters, not related to Pokemon at all, and make sort of these cards. So we printed all these cards out and gave it to everybody for their holiday. And we're like, these are so cool, but I want to see everybody's card because there's like 60 or 70 people on our company. And it's like, that'd be cool if we had a digital experience. So I was like, so I just went to the vibe coding thing. It was like, let's just digitize all these cards so everybody can see them. And I was
that's
like,
cool.
what if we actually, because we all had powers, like if we're doing this
like a
or
wizard or a
yeah.
fighter type stuff.
that. Yeah, so everybody had their own powers.
Big ass
and-
cock.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
That's an
fire jizz.
That's an HR
Fire
meeting.
And then we put people in clans, like the Earth clan. There's a Fire clan. There's a Wind clan. So we did all this stuff, and there's a few folks that are in it. Some people aren't, but they were like, "Make a game out of this." And I was like, "I think we can do it." So I've been sort of vibe coding with AI to make it. I added music. I used Suno to create the music and everything. So.
Oh, yeah. Give me a demo, dude. I love
Dude, I'd
deck
play it.
building games.
I
like
absolutely will.
Slay
I'll
the
send you a
Spire.
link. You can go in and just create an account with anybody's card. It's not like exclusive. At first, I was going to say like you had to have an RTS Gmail account with the company I work
Yeah,
for
yeah.
to actually do that. But anybody can log in and make an account and use it. So
Is your
and
card
I
low-key
need
the best
testers
one?
because I haven't released it to them yet. I'm going to release it on Christmas.
Oh yeah, I'll test the shit out of it.
Okay.
Is your card low key the best one?
No, it's actually
Damn.
I like every time mine is like a draw.
Damn.
Like
goof.
you draw cards when you use mine, but
Hmm.
but you see the enemy. It like gives you enemy intent. You can see what they're doing, and there's
Sure.
like shield and blocking, and you
that's
decide
pretty
what
cool.
you use. So it's a strategy game, and it gets harder. There's 7 acts, and each act gets harder and harder, and you can combine cards to make them stronger
Yeah.
to become like relic cards, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So yeah, I'll be happy to send it to you guys and let you test it out.
Are the combinations based on interpersonal relationships at work, or are they just random?
They're random.
Okay.
I mean, it started out like the actual physical cards were sort of related to our skill sets,
Yeah, yeah.
but in the actual game, I went more towards the logic and algorithm of Slay the Spire.
Like fantasy based.
Yeah, if they can add a weakness to you, which would be like you only deliver like there's a lot of math to it. you deliver like 7 less on your next turn.
Sure.
So like there's all these things, and then they can add block, but you know the way you deliver it, I don't. You just have to play it. It's fun. I've played it through quite a few times, and I've had to tweak the difficulty because the way it first was, it was so fucking hard. I couldn't even get past like the third
Now,
or fourth
I do
level.
have a question. I do have a question. Can Conrad, can you add a card that's just like that bitch Debbie from logistics, and whenever that card's put into play, it just blows up the entire fucking board?
Yeah, I
Sends
need
you
to.
to oblivion?
But the beauty of vibe coding is I can literally just say that. It's like create a card that says that bit, and it'll do it for me. It'll do it for me.
Karen from HR.
I mean,
the harbinger of death.
I even like hold up like our AI guild. We have an AI guild at work, and we just do nothing but vibe code. In like 30 minutes, I was able to make just from a prompt. Like I gave GPT a prompt. I was like, I want to make an app where we can just put in like any random food items that I have in the pantry, and then give me a list of things that I can make from that list.
Sure.
And it just built an app in like 30 seconds, and then we were.
That's pretty
Unbelievable,
cool, man,
dude.
yeah.
It's a new world,
love that.
man.
Yeah. I mean, especially like with your experience in like app development and stuff in general, like I'm sure that's probably quite a shock to you to just see it spit something out like that. Like to
Conductor,
me, like
Conductor was built with vibe coding.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, everything as far as coding goes. Like I dabbled in coding for like the hottest of seconds, and like I kind of understand the gist of it. But what we were doing, me and another friend, we were trying to make a video game at one point in time, and we were basically just like following this tutorial on YouTube for a while, trying to learn how to use Godot, which was the program that was the game creator. And
That's the next thing. That's what I've been looking at. I've been looking into I want to work with the best. So I'm like, look at how can I vibe code with Unreal Engine 5?
mhm.
I've already looked it. I looked it up yesterday.
I mean,
Like,
can you? Like, does-
you can.
Yeah.
But
Man.
there's a video saved, and I don't have any fucking clue how to do it. But I've been looking into it because, dude, I want to make a video game so
Yeah.
bad, and I don't have the skills. But AI can get me across the finish line, maybe.
Well, yeah, I know. Like I remember reading something in the past week. There was like some hubbub online about like AI generated video games and stuff like that, and how like I think generally the consensus on them are that they're fine, but everybody wants like AI generated labels on everything like that, like just so everybody knows what they're getting into. And I mean, like, I feel like at some point AI is going to be integrated into every industry, but like especially things with video games and anything involving coding. Like, you're going to start seeing a lot quicker turnaround, and these developers might not talk about it outright, but they're going to lay off like half of their staff and then start pumping out video games at like twice the number that they have been, and that's going to be why. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to go moral on it and be like this is right or wrong, but I mean, it's just something that's going to happen, is like people are going to start losing jobs, and we're going to get more games.
yeah,
Which
there's
that's
a
cool.
positive and negative to it, and I've keep bringing this up a lot because it keeps coming up a lot with a lot of people, and it is a true concern. The way I see it is, we spend with modern gaming, we spend years. I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto. How much time we spend just making a game, and even delayed by years, not like months, years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we've got AI to sort of speed some of this shit up.
Yeah.
So don't get rid of your developers.
Right.
Just speed up the process.
Yeah, just
like,
make it easier for your developers.
Give the developers the power to use those AI tools to speed their process up. Don't fire people because AI can do it, because at the end of the day, we all still need to handhold AI.
right.
So do the mundane tasks, and then the creative stuff, the fun stuff, let the people do that, right?
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, my viewpoint on it is, and I actually saw also the comment came in. Steph said that's happening with EA right now, which yeah, I can see that happening further. My viewpoint on it is this: it is just a simple fact that it's already it's implemented so far to the point that we can't necessarily step away from it. I feel like it's kind of foolish to think that we can take a moral high ground because it's the people with the biggest wallets right now that are completely funding these projects because it's going to put more money into their wallet eventually. So it's just one of those things, like it's going to be inevitable. It's going to stick around. But yeah, I had somebody that was completely fucking seen and talking about, you're a fucking idiot. And all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but the people that have the biggest wallets in the world right now, you're not going to outvote them unless there has to be something that insane to happen. There has to be like an economic collapse for, I guess, something to happen democratically. But nah, man, they got bigger wallets. They have infinite amounts of resources that we don't. So it's just an inevitable fact that that's going to be part of the mainstream at some point. Yeah, I get it. Like it kind of sucks, but at the same time, it should be a tool, and I feel like that's the way that we should legislate it and treat it. But people are gonna.
I mean,
do whatever they want.
I feel like I've said this before, but I think it's just important that you gotta let AI help you do something, not let it do it for you. That's my whole thing. And like when it comes to like artistic endeavors and stuff like that, I do think like it's fine if you want to go AI generate, 50 Cent songs as a fucking jazz tune or something like that. That's fine. But like as far as like making AI generated music, and we did this whole thing. This is what led us to Wet Farts last week or whenever that was. But it's just. I think that if you're going to put stuff on music streaming platforms, on YouTube, anything that's AI generated, I think it needs a label as such, just so people know for sure. Because I mean, no, you can't stop people from using AI. There's too much of a groundswell for it right now, and I mean, it makes. I think it's kind of lame personally, but I mean, you can't stop it. It's just one of those things, and like, I wonder, is this just me getting older? Like, the generation before us and before them, they saw social media come along and they were like, this is ridiculous. Like, what do you mean you can talk to people online? You're supposed to go to church and talk to people. What are you talking about?
Yeah. and another way, too, that I look at it, and this is just more of an iteration of what I'd just said previously, but like if I'm able to figure out how to vibe code in Unreal Engine 5, I'm going to ask it to do the stuff that I don't want to do, like build the physics.
Right. Yep.
But then let me design the character.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I want it to look like, and you can build it for me, but I want that input. I want to, it should come from me. Like, give me the baseline, and then I'll build on it.
Right.
And that's the whole vibe code logic for anything. Like, when I built this card game app that I was talking about, I told it this really detailed prompt about what I wanted it to do, and it wasn't even close to where I wanted it to be.
Right. Yeah.
But lots and lots and lots of iterations after of me saying, no, do this, do that, it's a lot of hand holding.
Right.
But it was able to get my vision, make it come to life, but it could not have done that without me.
Right.
So I'm giving it it gave me the skeleton. I built the skin and the face and the hair and all that stuff.
Right. It's like you're giving it the vision, and it's just implementing that into digital form, essentially. Like, and I mean, I get it. Like, and I don't knock that process at all. Like, that all sounds fine to me. It's just different. It's a whole new age of technology.
And there's going to be
that is where
sorry, go ahead.
I am. Yeah, that is where I'm an advocate for it, because to me, the way I see it is like, now it's giving a lot of resource power to people that do still have good creative sparks versus these big AAA companies that are just wanting to figure out how to build a portfolio for their shareholders. So now it's giving, and that's honestly kind of what happened with Expedition 33. It were these people that said, fuck Ubisoft. They left and they created their own small team with the resources that they had. And they created a narrative that a big company would not have allowed them to do. And if there weren't the tools that are available now, they would have never been able to launch that type of creativity throughout the market. And that's where I am a big advocate of it, is that it does give a lot more creative freedom towards people that that could potentially make very great content that have these beautiful stories and characters and all this other stuff. So yeah, that's where I am now. Of course, we see that takes the barrier to entry for game creating and game making is a little bit higher than creating an AI generated song. So there is this threshold. If it becomes too easy, then we might see this like shifting in the scales for like,
Yeah.
oh, now we have this like Tom McGraw performs a fucking rap song type of slop versus the other.
Say
So
Tom
I feel like the
McGraw?
barrier to entry.
Tom
Yeah, I
McGraw.
don't know. I just made up Tim McGraw, not Tom McGraw. So I feel like it's at a healthy threshold to where we can see some good, unique creativity.
Yeah.
Versus if it became too easy, then it's just like, oh, we got a bunch of bullshit again.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
and I mean, all that's going to come out in the wash eventually because I mean, people are they're gonna like what they like, and if it's slop, AI slop as people call it these days,
Mhm.
like people are gonna recognize that, and I think like something
Yeah.
that I feel is true, but maybe AI overcomes this eventually is that AI tends to have its own style almost and its own voice, and like a lot of people say that it's like pulling all of these resources from elsewhere, and where it's pulling from, it's not crediting those people, and that's like the central problem with
Mhm.
the artistic side of AI is that it's just taking things from other people and gluing it all together. And I don't know. I think it, even though it's taking everything from everybody else, it still like has its own kind of flair and its own brand, so to speak. And I just think people are going to recognize it, and I hope that the people that are actually working on things are just better than the AI ultimately at what they're doing. I think if you're a musician and you are concerned with AI music taking, your cookies from you, then you gotta be better. You gotta do better, and that's all there is to it. And I mean, people, I think, will naturally sense that in what they're listening to.
yeah.
They'll hear the effort, and I mean, like I hope that just the general sense of heart that people can give to their own music will always take precedent over AI generated music that, to me so far anyway, just tends to feel like soulless.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
here's another thing to think about too. When you ask AI, especially in the music realm, and this goes in any art form, you ask AI to do something, it's only going to do stuff that we've given it, like
Right.
humans. So if the only way new genres are going to get invented, new avenues, creative ways to mix things are going to happen is by just humans doing it.
Right. Yep.
So you could say like fuse this, and this together, and it'll
Right.
come up with sort of a mixed mosh of all these styles, but it's still stuff that already exists coming together as one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I'll just say that one thing that bugs the shit out of me is like anybody that can just push a button and something happens for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like taking a stick and putting in an Asian kid, do math. Yeah, it's like it's that Family Guy thing that they have, that little skit. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. No. I think you're right.
In some aspects, it's just like, hey, do math for me, and it's just like there's no thought behind it.
Right.
But back to the vibe coding or generating a song, the Lyria thing. I've talked about this probably 3 times now at this point in our podcast. Of it won't create something for you. You have to give it a melody.
Yeah.
You have to give them the licks, like ba da 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 da.
Yep.
If that's what you give it, then that's what it's going to output. But the only thing that's changing is the voicing. Like
Right.
change it to a saxophone, change it to a guitar.
Yep.
But I'm giving it the melody.
Yeah, and I feel a lot more comfortable with something like that too, because like the creative inspiration is still you, but like, and I mean that's a weird line that we got to figure out just as musicians, as people, is just like, just because you can't afford to do something, does that mean you shouldn't let AI do it for you? Like, just because I can't afford a saxophone,
We can't get
like,
Kenny G in
I
here,
can't,
bro.
yeah, I can't afford, whatever. Does that mean that you should just be gatekept from that? I mean, maybe, honestly. I don't know. I don't know what the right or wrong of that is. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not taking one side or the other, really. But, it is what it is. I don't know. I guess before we get too far away from it, Game Awards, anything else? What else is going on with that? Like, was there any threads that you wanted to pull on there, Justin?
There was one where everybody was kind of bitching about Arc Raiders and that they thought it should have won Game of the Year, even though it's kind of turned into a toxic environment already. And people were probably just going to cry about that. But that is
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, Get
Right.
Good Scrub is what it is. I'm sorry. CO
Yeah.
Expedition 33 is
Right.
just top of the line.
I mean, toxic environment. Do y'all remember when every time you died, somebody would teabag you?
Yeah, I do. What's going on with you, Kels? You've been monitoring a lot. Are we good? Is everything Gucci? Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so before we run out of time here, one thing I did want to talk about. I told y'all in the Discord, Age of Disclosure, new UFO documentary that's come out. Did anybody watch it?
No.
Hell yeah. All right, so let me tell you about it. The aliens, they're fucking here, dudes.
Okay, that excites me.
And I mean, anybody that's watched the podcast before or talked to me about this particular subject knows that there's not a whole lot of prodding I needed to come to that conclusion anyway. Like I was basically already there, but just and to be clear, in this documentary, you don't see a whole lot of UFO footage or anything like that. It's not showing, but what it does do is it takes so many very serious, very important people and tells you their story from their mouth to your ears, and it's just very unique in that way. Like
Before we go too far, where do we
Mhm.
get this? Where can we see this?
So this is on Prime Video.
Prime Video, okay.
It is not free to stream. You have to purchase it for like $20 or something like that, which
Okay.
is unfortunate. Something that of this magnitude and what I consider to be this important just as a topic for everybody to be keyed in on. I mean, I feel like you got to get that free somewhere just so people watch it. You want eyes on this, hopefully, more than you want money for this. And, I don't know. Everybody's got to get paid, so I'm not knocking them. It took a lot of time for them to put this all together, I'm sure, so I understand that. But I just wanted to kind of go through a few. I have too many notes.
Show
from
the
watching
notebook.
This. Can they not see it? So I got
Oh my
Closer
God.
to you.
all
Closer to your face.
Hold it up for the
all
class.
of-
Hold it up for the class.
all of
Oh,
this.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my Lord.
These are, and I'm not.
Jeez.
I'm not.
I don't
gonna,
think. Would you say that you ever written that much, even in school?
Yeah, I do this all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're 15
fuck.
minutes from an hour, so hit the high points.
So, hey,
This is a 2-hour special.
it's gonna be fine. So, real quick, let me just go through some of the people that are involved with it and what their personal credentials are. And I'm just gonna brush through some of this. We're not gonna cover every bit of these notes. Don't worry, I won't bore you all to death. But it basically centers around Lou Elizondo and Jay Stratton. So Lou Elizondo, he's a former official for the Department of Defense, former U.S. Army. He was recruited into various military intelligence operations. He was hired into special access programs that worked with the White House, and he reported to the White House and National Security Detail. And he also worked in what they have called ATIP, AATIP, and that is kind of the good guys of the story to some extent, according to the documentary here. So ATIP is, I believe, was formed through congressional oversight committees that wanted to put together a task force, essentially, of people that wanted to figure out where all of the misappropriated funds going into like the Department of Defense, or not Department of Defense, defense contractors, and all of these like black operations programs and stuff like that. They have worked with a ton of different military people and gotten their stories, and I mean, just to hear what some, like I said, very like senior officials in the Air Force, Army, all of this stuff, what they say that they've experienced personally, like there's no reason that this should be like a secret from people anymore. Like this should be stuff that it seems like, to me anyway, that enough things have happened at this point where, like, it's not even a question of if things are here anymore. It's just like, what are they? Are they China or Russia? And if they are China or Russia, then we have like a fucking huge problem. But we got Lou Elizondo, Jay Stratton, Hal Puthoff, who's a quantum physicist. We have Eric Davis, an astrophysicist, and they both work with ATIP. Colonel James Cobb, who's a retired Air Force fighter pilot. He has his own stories. He was the vice director of operations for NORAD. There's, more retired Navy fighter pilots. There's the Christopher Mellon, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence. Marco Rubio's a part of this. The current Secretary of State, National Security Advisor, Kristen Gillibrand, New York Senator, Lieutenant General James Clapper, U.S. Air Force Director of National Intelligence, more congressmen, senators, all of these people that are involved with this. And I guess before I get too lost in the weeds on this, what it really sets up is that there is the good guys, essentially, and this isn't necessarily what they label it as, but narratively what the documentary shows you is that there's like ATIP and the people that work with ATIP. They are trying to uncover what's going on within the government. And what has been uncovered is that there is this over 80-year operation that's called the Legacy Program. And this is the CIA kind of running quarterback for the defense contractors that work with our government, the Department of Energy, and the Air Force. And all of these people have documented crash retrieval programs. Like, they are collecting crashed UFOs. Like, it's on paper, essentially. And after hearing, like, all of the, testimonies from the people in the documentary, like, I guess just to cover a few of them, there were... A lot of it has to do with military bases, and I want everybody to bear with me here. I am not a public speaker or presenter of information like this, typically. But, oh, wait.
Is there any reference of Starseed at any point?
No, I haven't heard Starseed yet. I know that's where you draw the line, and I can't blame you.
Okay, go ahead.
I do want to say another person that was involved with this was Travis Taylor, who is the main guy from the show that we've talked about several times on this podcast, the Skinwalker Ranch show. I actually don't remember what it's called verbatim, but the main guy who on this very podcast I once referred to as a hillbilly animaniac guy, it turns out he's a fucking quantum physicist, and I never knew that before.
Okay.
But he is much more intelligent than I gave him credit for.
He doesn't have baloney in his sacks. He's an animaniac.
That's absolutely right. So let me find where I wrote down some of the events here. So there was I wish I put years on this because I know it spanned typically from like the 80s to like the early to mid 2000s. But in South Dakota at the Ellsworth Air Force Base, there was an alarm that started going off, and a object was directly above their ICBM nuclear missile, right above the blast doors. It looked like they described it as a miniature sun with no sound, and it was the size of a super Walmart building is what they said.
Oh my God.
This was hovering above one of our nuclear missiles, essentially. And like, this is kind of a theme that's repeated, is like, these craft seem to be getting very close to our missiles, and they want to know if, I guess, how powerful they are, maybe?
Yeah.
Or if we're about to use one. They may be, I mean, I've heard this conspiratorially before, but
yes, this has come up before.
They might be stopping us from using them in some cases. And I mean, that's my own personal speculation, really.
Mine too. I'm with you on that.
So in Missouri at the Whiteman Air Force Base, once again, there was an object right over the missile launch tube, multifaceted with a matte black finish. It looked like an oddly shaped diamond, no noise, absolutely still, 50 feet up in the air, and suddenly accelerates and is gone in an instant. Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. There was this was a test that they were running where they were running a dummy nuclear warhead. It was on a missile, so firing missiles with dummy warheads. There was up to 60 cameras that was trained on the missile at the time because the engineers were studying it. They were, once again, it was a test, so they were getting whatever information that they could. A UAP appears around the missile and starts shooting at the warhead with a beam of light and continues to circle around it, shooting multiple beams of light from various angles, all while the missile was moving at 8,000 to 9,000 miles per hour. So this is something that is tracking and rotating around a missile moving at that speed. So that's just one more.
Are they? Is it in this documentary? Right.
Yeah.
In this, are they showing like some of that footage?
No,
or?
you're getting testimony from people that were there and
Okay.
saw it. But that's like the best you can do because like what they
Classify those documents. They don't get anywhere.
Right. They're essentially that's what they're saying. Like this is all happening around military, Air Force bases, whatever. It's all very classified information. I don't know what it's going to take to start getting some of that footage, but I think that's got to be the next logical step is like people have to start seeing this stuff because you can talk about it and get me pretty damn excited, but until you see the threat, like nobody's really going to take it that seriously.
Right.
But that there were several more that I wrote down on here. There was one at the Bush Family Ranch. I think this was back in 2003 where
George Bush.
Yeah, W. So he was at his ranch, I believe, when there were multiple UAP that were sighted in the area. Jets were scrambled. They did the whole rigmarole. They've chased it down. They shot at it and all this stuff. And Jay Stratton, who's one of the guys that works with ATIP, the good guys in the situation, he tried to get interviews with the people that were in those fighter jets. And by the time he'd gotten there, like I think a few days later, they had already been forced to sign NDAs from the Office of Special Investigations with the Air Force. So, I mean, like, these people are locking them down. All of the information, all the people that see this stuff, they get approached immediately, and they are forced into silence, essentially. A few of the other interesting things that I thought was worth mentioning here was at a few of these military bases, they were witnessing these UAP that, and I can't remember what they looked like specifically. I'm not going to spend the time hunting through this mountain of notes here, but they would sit at 80,000 feet, drop down to about 20,000 feet, I believe, and they would hover there for like up to 3 hours and then just take right back off. And I remember there was speculation that just like the energy alone for them to maintain like sitting at that altitude and then taking back off for that long, and 80,000 feet, that's like low Earth orbit. Like that's when you're approaching space pretty much. But it would take, energy-wise, it would take all of the energy that runs in the United States in our utilities, specifically is what they said. All of the energy it takes in our utilities for a day is what it would take for that aircraft to do that, essentially. And I mean, it's just, it kind of speaks to like a bigger problem is just like, is there another energy source that we're not aware of? Whether it's like some of
the dark energy.
Right. I mean, I did see something where there was like dark matter that was just discovered recently.
Dark matter.
Like that. I mean, that might be a part of it. Part of the speculation was that it's like quantum entanglement to where like these craft may have some access to other dimensions question mark and could be pulling energy from a source elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know. It's worth the watch. Just to kind of hear it for yourself and like see, like, I don't know. I trust my bullshit meter to some extent, and like I'm not always 100% sure that people are being completely honest. Like I'm not gonna tell you that I'm a psychic and I can fucking tell if you're lying to me or not. But like I do feel like there is a certain sense of legitimacy that you can prescribed to some people when they're talking about this kind of stuff, and nobody in this documentary really seems like they're bullshitting. Like, they all seem very concerned about what is going on, because especially with it all being at military bases and shit like that, like, this is how we protect ourselves, and what does it mean if anything can just hover right above it. And I mean, I don't know, I guess, like, not to be just a advertisement for the documentary, but I highly recommend it. I mean, there's a lot of information about just, like, the nature of these craft and the kind of things that people are experiencing. And, yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth checking out. As supplementary to the documentary, there was a podcast that Joe Rogan did with Dan Farah, who's the one who put it all together. He's the filmmaker. I'm not actually sure of his background or anything. I don't know how he got interested in all this stuff, but I know listening through some of the first bit of that podcast, that's really interesting. Oh, and one more thing I want to mention is, like, and this is kind of where we can kind of maybe wax on this for a minute before we get off of here, but George Bush W, once again, and I think this was after the incident at his ranch, he formed a team of, like, I want to say 36 different professionals of various fields to come to the White House, and they formed like a committee, and their intention in this committee was to determine the economic impact, the societal impact to the United States were the president to announce that we were officially not alone in the universe, and that there was actually life here on Earth with us. And by the way, they the number that I'm hearing out of this documentary and from that interview on Joe Rogan's podcast is that there are up to 4 different non-human beings that have been seen. And
That
in some
4
cases,
different being, like,
4
from
different races
4 different
of
locations in the universe.
Well, I mean, who knows? Like, we look like what we look like, and then there are lizards, and there are giraffes and shit. So,
Right.
Maybe they're from the same spot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there are up to 4 different non-human beings that have either been sighted or in some cases even communicated with, according to these military guys. I remember another one of the Air Force incidences that is probably more important to bring up is that there was this one story about 2 UAP that come to this Air Force base. One of them drops down to the tarmac and beings get out of it, according to, I can't remember who said that specifically, but one of the very serious military guys is talking about how people from the CIA and the Air Force were communicating with these people that got out of this spacecraft that landed at whatever base that was. And I mean, I guess to get back to the question that I can pose to y'all, what do y'all think it actually does to us as a society if this all turns out to be true? If they can prove that this is happening to our military bases, that there are up to 4 different species of beings that are here, like, what do y'all think that realistically does to the country or the world, really?
I can go ahead unless Justin's chomping at the bits.
Are you chomping on your bits, dude?
That's unhealthy.
Well, you want me to speak? Yeah, I'll talk about it.
I want to say just really quickly, I don't think a lot of things are going to change for religion because we've already made up a lot of, I want to say this very lightly, wild accusations of like putting 2 and 2 together.
Right.
Sure. And it's all, and this is sort of back to the first two episodes ago talking about faith.
Mm-hmm.
I think where people go nuts is when it comes to religion.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to change a lot. I think it's just going to say like, well, that was the grand design.
Right.
So in that aspect, I could go down this massive rabbit hole about energy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to defer. I want Justin to speak first, and then if we have time, we'll talk about the energy. If not, I want to save it for another podcast because I got a lot to say about it.
Yep. All right. You look like you're ready to say something over there.
No, dude, it's not anything too crazy. Like, I think my theory is one of two things are gonna happen. We're either gonna fuck them or we're gonna eat them. That's it, man. Think about it. This motherfucking intergalactic being just flew across light years of space to get here. They don't have much muscle mass. It's gotta be tender as fucking A5 Wagyu. My mouth is salivating. I want to eat one so fucking bad. Come here so I can fucking eat you.
What if it's gamey though? What if it's super gamey?
God, man, I just want to eat a fucking alien so bad right now, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, not illegal immigrant type of alien. I'm talking about an extraterrestrial being. That'd be a horrible crime. I'm just saying, holy shit, think about it. Oh my God, Tinder, I fucking love it. I did hear that there was a special segment in this documentary, and it was they said it was RFK Jr. was actually on camera. And he was talking about the real secret to eating aliens is you fry it in beef tallow. And I was like, damn, man, that sounds so fucking good. Oh my God, it makes my nipples rock hard.
I didn't stay through the credits. That must have been where that was.
It's a post credit scene.
Right. It was after it was like a Marvel's clip, but yeah, he's like, it helps cure the autism. So it was great, man. Oh man, that was really my. Sorry, I was laughing. I was just thinking about
drink raw milk from an alien cow.
You drink it from their nipples before they're pregnant.
Do we have
Probably the
time?
reason why they're keeping it a secret.
I mean, we're at an hour, so.
I mean, we can go for a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you keep going, dude. Yeah,
I'm
just
chill.
had to
I
riff on that. That
gotta
was
get going pretty soon. But
Okay,
we can.
I'll
can
do
do
this in under 2 minutes.
As always.
More than one way. It's about energy. So I don't quote me the exact terminology, but I think every second the sun releases enough energy to power the whole Earth, all of Earth's energy, every second, and we harness maybe a fraction of that. And what's happening? A lot of this, the energy gets stored in the plants. You know, and this is what our fossil fuels. They die and they decompose and they go under the earth, and that's where we go in the ground and pull that stuff up. All we're using is and I'm just probably regurgitating stuff everybody already knows at this point, but we're using energy that's been stored for millions of years.
Sure.
And it's just being pulled up from the ground. It's all it is the sun's. When you burn a fucking log in the fire, it's the sun's energy. It's all the energy that the plant captured its entire life from the sun, and it's just expelling that energy. So I'm sort of building my case here. So let's fast forward a little bit. We're looking at electric vehicles. I'm all for it. Any way we can reduce carbon emissions, please God, just
sure.
I want to breathe fresh air.
Yeah.
You know. But here's a little bit of what I call a sticky wicket.
Sticky wicket.
And
Nice.
the problem is, so everybody's buying the Teslas, the electric cars,
Sure.
the Rivians, and they're nice. Man, they're really nice. I love them. All for it. Please continue to buy electric vehicles. But there's a problem, and the problem is we're no longer grabbing stored energy in the ground, and we're plugging it in at our house.
Right.
And we're pulling all that energy from power plants that have to give us
draining the grid.
Do you remember a year ago, maybe it was 2 years ago, it was fucking cold. I mean, super cold. They cut off our power for an hour. They were like, we have to have a brownout. We're going to overheat our grid.
Yep.
And we're not equipped. We have, in the South, we have the heat pumps. Yep. And up north, they have gas-powered, and it's much, much more efficient.
Sure.
Again, they're pulling energy that's already stored.
Yep.
Like fossil fuels. Not good for the environment. Super duper duper efficient.
Right,
Lots of
right.
energy is packed in this liquid. So I promised I would keep this under 5 minutes, so I'm going to get to the point. The point is, we have no fucking clue how to efficiently harness the energy from the sun, because all the light that you have now,
True.
the way we get from one car, we get in the car, go from one place to the other, we get in a plane, all our travel, everything that exists, how we're talking to each other right fucking now,
Yeah.
is all sun's energy. Every fucking bit of it.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it that way. That is interesting to kind of soak in there.
Yeah, I mean, even our health, we go outside, we feel better.
Right. Yeah.
Vitamin D. I mean, so I feel like more time and effort should be put into how to cleanly grab that. We have nuclear
Yeah.
energy, a little scary, but
Right.
way more efficient than coal.
Well, I mean, I would
and
rather use
safer.
it for efficient energy than fucking dropping bombs on people. And I mean, I understand there have been events where,
Same.
like, I understand things can go wrong with nuclear power plants. Like there was the one in Japan, like a decade ago.
Had the meltdown.
Yeah, the one that melted
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
I mean, Chernobyl. I mean, everybody knows. Everybody's seen the evidence that it can go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if there's like a better way to do it. Like, are there standards that we can reach where we can prevent that kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
so what's the fucking point? The point is we still have no fucking clue how to efficiently harness energy.
Right.
And alien life, as you say, used a day's worth of energy to do this and that
Right.
and hover here for 3 hours. They figured it out.
Well, that's the biggest concern with like all of the people that have seen something personally with the UAP topic is just like the level of scientific advancement that they would have had to have achieved for them to do what they're doing is just beyond anything that we could conceive of 20 years from now. Like it's not just like, oh, they have this thing that we thought about that we don't have yet. No, it's like they have shit that we haven't even thought about. Like, I mean, once again, like the efficiency thing with what I was saying earlier about how like everything we use, all of the energy we use in a day to run all of our utilities in the United States, they're using that on a whim, essentially. I think, like, and to go back to like the legacy program that I was talking about, this is like, I think what this essentially is like the deep state of the government. I think when people talk about there being a deep state, I think this is kind of what they're talking about, because the CIA being involved in this legacy program has so much control over so many different facets of energy. They work, like I said, directly with the Department of Energy, with the Air Force, with defense contractors. So like, dude, they have so much concentrated power in this program that wasn't even supposed to exist. George H.W. Bush, he was quoted by one of the guys in this documentary talking about how when he was the director of the CIA under Gerald Ford, he was not briefed. And the CIA runs the legacy program. Director of the CIA, George H.W. Bush, was not briefed that this legacy program existed at all. He found out about it later, like years later. He was like, oh, the biggest part of the agency that I was in charge of didn't let me know that existed. So, like, there are career... I mean, I don't know if politicians is the right word, career operatives that are involved in these programs long term. These are not elected officials. And like right now, what gives me a little bit of hope about the current state of elected officials in this country, because it's a goddamn mess everywhere else, but there does seem to be like a very concentrated effort from congressmen and women, senators, to figure out what all of this shit is. Because I mean, like, you hear fucking staplers in the military cost like $200 and stuff like that. And the reason for that is like they are taking that money and embezzling it into these, programs that are under or over oversight. Like there is no oversight over these programs. They have unlimited access to whatever they want, whatever they need, and
I can give you an
the
example of
shit
that
ain't right.
right here in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
I was talking with our county commissioner just 2 days ago. They were talking about putting new lights over here at Bethlehem Park,
Sure.
and they got a quote. It was by accident. They got a quote to put in the new lights, and it was like $200,000. And but wait, there's more.
Whoa.
They found out that they were, it was for a government contract, and then all of a sudden it became $1.2 million.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, man, shit like that, dude. And I mean, I don't know.
it's just like, oh, it's for the government. Oh, okay. Well, we gotta.
Yeah, some bullshit.
They got deep pockets
There's
that we can reach into.
maybe there's no correlation to what you were saying to that, but even at a local level in our backyard.
No, yeah, I mean, it's wild. Like, we got to figure out the money situation, and like something that just the last point I'll make on all this, and the only bit of grace that I think I could give people in the legacy program is that essentially, if people are ever going to find out about this at large, like these people in the legacy program, they're the ones that really know what's going on. Probably, maybe not, but probably they understand much more deeply into this topic than anybody else does in the government, in science, in any field. And essentially what it's going to boil down to is they have committed multiple crimes in the pursuit of hiding this information from Congress. They've clearly lied to Congress. They've stolen money, up to $1 trillion, I think was the figure in this documentary. Mm-hmm. And at some point or another, we are going to have to bite the bullet and say that we will forgive you for all that, but we have to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I hate to say it, but the truth will set you free. Let us know, what the fucking truth of the matter is. And, you essentially have immunity from whatever crimes you committed in the pursuit of obtaining this information for yourself. I don't know. It's a wild world out there, folks. Watch The Age of Disclosure on Prime Video. It's mind-blowing. Like I said, there's no direct footage of anything. Like, they show some military stuff that was already out there. There's no brand new footage, I don't think, in there, but just to hear these people talk about it and gauge for yourself if they're bullshitting or not. I mean, that's up for every one of us as individuals to decide. I can't recommend it enough. It will scare you. But yeah, I think that's all we got for tonight.
Well, I do have one more thing to talk about them aliens.
Yes.
All right, so
We're not
so
eating
you
them,
telling
dude.
me?
What do they
No,
taste
listen,
like?
Listen. Now listen, you telling me that these aliens flew millions of light years away over here? You know what that tells me? Them's a bunch of fucking nerds. They a bunch of fucking nerds. They got
fucking
soft
nerds.
hands. They got fucking soft hands. They had never worked a day in their goddamn life. You know what that means? Soft hands equals tender meat. That's good eating, buddy.
This is America.
Fucking nerds.
This is America. We ain't scared of no fucking nerds.
We ain't no scared no fucking nerds.
All right.
That's Wagyu alien.
All right, real quick before we go.
Alien, I tell you.
Real quick before we go. We got anything in the chat to address?
Nope.
Any catching up to do? Fantastic. All
We
right.
put people to sleep.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time. Toodaloo.
Goodbye.
See you guys. All right, I'm going to go get me an alien.